What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Crime Center. So, like I promised yesterday, today I'm gonna do a video on prison justice. There's a lot of misconceptions. A lot of people watch movies. A lot of people watch other creators who beef up their story to get likes, views, all that good stuff, which can't blame them. It's YouTube, you know what I mean? But then you have somebody like me who's going to come and tell you the truth, whether you like my video or not, whether you subscribe or not, whether you like it or not. I just have always said since the beginning when I started this channel that I'm always going to bring truth. I'm always going to bring the real story. And y'all could do whatever you want with it, right? Even if you go back and look from day one, I've always done in-depth research, everything I could to bring you 100% the truth. And if I don't 100% know, I'll tell you that. And you can do what you will with that. So a lot of people, they always hear when an adult male, because I don't really feel like people care too much about the females doing it, but the males that violate the younger generation, I gotta watch what I say on here. Those perverts, there's a misconception that as soon as they go to jail or prison that they're gonna receive prison justice. And that's kind of true, and then it's kind of not. And let me explain. So, as most of you know, but this is for the newer people, I did 10 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. So I'm talking about Texas. I'm not talking about anywhere else. So don't get in the comments saying, but, okay, I get it, right? And this is not for every single person. Every single person experiences something different. I'm just telling you what I saw throughout my 10 years from 2004 to 2014, how things were going then. I haven't been in prison since then. It's been a while, so it could have changed. I don't know, but I highly doubt it. So in Texas, whenever you first get locked up, everything is by race. So let's just use me as an example. I'm brown, right? I'm Mexican. I'm American, but I'm Latino, whatever, right? So when I go to prison, all the other brown people walk up to me. Hey, who do you run with? Nobody, okay. Somebody, okay. Your people are over there. Black person walks in. Hey, who are you running with? Same thing for every single race. You're going to go to your people. You're going to go to your group. And that's who you're going to stick with. It's racially divided, whether anybody likes it or not. All right, excuse me. I got the window open and the car's about to pass by. It's just a good day outside, so forgive me for that. It's actually a really nice motorcycle. Okay, so anyways, once you go in there and you find out who your people are, what group you belong to, they're going to ask you what are you locked up for most of the time if you run with somebody. And then you tell them, and usually they take you at your word for it. They'll throw your name out there. They'll do a little background check, whatever, with the guards, whoever, right? And you ain't got no messed up charges, fine. But if you go in there and you don't run with anybody and you stick to yourself and you tell them that you ain't with all that gang stuff, nobody cares. Nobody cares about you. There's not a set thing where as soon as you get locked up, they're going to check your paperwork here. It doesn't work like that. Some units might, but the majority of them don't. Nobody cares. So somebody who's in prison for that type of charge can really just fly under the radar. I've seen it many times. Now, the ones who fly under the radar can eventually get found out because they might slip up. Somebody else might recognize them who knows their charge. Somebody might get suspicious and find out the full name and have their family do a background check on them. There's a bunch of different ways how they can get found out. But if they're slick, like a lot of these dudes that I've seen, they can go their entire sentence and nobody would ever know. And that's just the way it is. That's not like they come in there and all the guards are like, oh, this guy's a pedo, this guy did this guy did that. That doesn't work like that. Prison, the way it's set up, you might hear inmates say, oh, we run that in there. They don't run nothing. As soon as them guards put their foot down and they tell you to do something, you're going to do it or they're going to make you do it. Simple as that. You might get away with a lot of stuff. You might have your way with a lot of stuff. But once them guards say, that's it, this is what you're going to do, that's what you're going to do, unless you want to get handcuffed, taken to the back, and beat up. And that can't really, like, that may or may not be true. You know what I mean? They're going to deny it to the damn end of the world. But it happens. So when you have people who are locked up for that type of stuff, and hold on. Oh, somebody just passed by. So when you have people locked up for that type of stuff, and they're trying to hide it, and you have people that don't do background checks, and you have guards that literally have to try to protect these people, a lot of people don't find out. That's just how it is. But then you might have a guy who has a really messed up case, right? Really messed up, where the guards recognize them. And some of these guards are hood. All of them are not professional, grew up in this type of stuff. They're from the hood trying to make some money, trying to make a living. They might see this person and be like, man, this guy right here, he's sick. They might tell somebody they're cool with in there, right? And then that word goes around to everybody else. Word spreads. You're found out. So literally, when you come in there and you have that type of case, more often than not, they're going to put you with other people with that same case. They might move you to a unit that specializes in having those type of people. If you're one of the ones that gets put out there and you feel like somebody's finding out and you check out, they're going to put you in PC. There's a lot of things that they're doing in prison, and it's not to protect them. It's so that way the prison system doesn't get in trouble, because these people are considered vulnerable. Funny, isn't it, how they mess with vulnerable people and now they're vulnerable? So there's so many different ways that these dudes are, you could kind of say, protected, because they really are. They're all their own unit. They're all in one block. You have a bunch of guards whose job it is to make sure that they don't get caught up. It's a bunch of different things. But now, I will tell you, not everybody gets to fly under the radar and get away with what they did. A lot of people get caught. Now, what happens to those people when they get caught? Now, that's another story. If you have a charge like that and you get found out, you're no good. Nobody likes you. Nobody messes with you. Nothing. It might just be that nobody likes you and messes with you. Then you go about your business, you catch out, you go to another thing, you go to PC, you didn't get touched, right? Then you have people who are parents. It might be a father in there and they got a little kid that age or something like that. And those groups of people are going to want to beat you up. They're going to want to extort you, take your money. They're going to want to do a bunch of different things. Hold on. So those people that do that, they're gonna lay hands on them, right? They're gonna try to beat these people into the dirt. They're gonna try to take advantage of them, make them pay money, commissary, and they get nothing. They got nothing coming to them. They got no peace while they're in there. Nothing. And then you have the guys who have life sentences, and they don't give a damn. You can't do nothing else to them. They're gonna die in there. And they will literally go and they will take you up out this world for doing stuff like that. They will literally get you, delete you, and that's it. Nobody ever has to worry about you touching another innocent child again, right? So when people automatically see these things in the news and everybody's always saying like, oh, I can't wait till they get prison justice, that might never happen. If I would have to give it a percentage, prison justice might happen about 20% of the time. Now, I will tell you something. If you know somebody who's locked up, and you know where this offender goes to, and you let them know where they're going or where they're at, and y'all happen to be on the same unit, it just depends. But 20% chance of them actually getting prison justice is not going to be enough to a lot of people. It's not enough to me. It's just not. I wish that 100% of these people who got locked up would go in there and get prison justice. But it doesn't work like that. They got their own thing going on in there. They're protected. You mess with them, you'll get a hate crime. You'll be in there forever. And is it worth going and messing with somebody like that just to take your anger out on them? Some people might say, yeah, not give a damn. Some people don't want to go in there with a 5-year sentence and end up having a 50-year sentence. You got families and stuff too. Do they need to be put out there where everybody knows what they did? Yes. That's why whenever you see all these dudes who are doing this sick stuff and you see their face plastered all over the news, a lot of people will say, oh, we don't need to be giving them that type of attention. Yes, we do. Because inmates watch TV. And if they see that and this dude comes in there, they know exactly who this guy is. They remember that face. They have nothing to do but remember stuff. So they're not getting attention the way you think you are. They're getting just the right attention. So when they go to the unit, surprise, you can't hide. So that's why every time I see one of these guys go to court, I'm hoping that the court system will do what they have to do and give them the harshest sentence that they could possibly give them, because that's not guaranteed that anybody's going to find out what they're locked up for. Unless the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, those inmates start doing mandatory paper check. Will they? Who knows what they're doing right now? I don't know. I've been out for 14, 24. I've been out for 12 years, going on 13 years. Back then, nobody dealt with that. If we found out, we had fun for a little bit, we smashed this guy and we made him get out of our dorm. He would go somewhere else, get smashed over there, and maybe they would let him stay there, but he had to pay. And the payment didn't give him any protection. You just had to pay so you won't get beat up by me. The next guy could beat you up all they want. These individuals are sick. And at the beginning I said I don't know if anybody has a problem with the female offenders, because I've seen a lot of people who stick up and try to justify a female doing this. In my book, an adult male or an adult female doing this type of stuff to any child, male or female, is sick. They all deserve prison time. They all deserve the wood chipper. They all deserve to be off of this earth so we never have to worry about them again. And if you go and you look back at all my previous videos from this one, there is tons of females who are repeatedly doing things to children. And in my book, it's not okay. A pervert is a pervert. A sicko is a sicko. An offender is an offender. You could try to justify it all you want, but if you try to justify a woman doing that to a young male, that just tells me that you're probably okay with the males doing that to the little females. You can't change my mind. If you're okay with one, you're probably okay with the other, because they're both wrong. So when you see stuff in the news and you see one of those sickos and everybody's like, oh, he's going to get prison justice, don't count on that. Pray to God, who said that if anybody hurts one of his children, they might as well put a thing around his neck and drown himself in the ocean. Pray to that God that this guy gets exactly what he got's coming to him. The harshest sentence possible, so he cannot never hurt another innocent one again. Because like I've said repeatedly, there might not be any prison justice. They might sit in PC the entire time, protective custody. They might be in a dorm and the whole dorm's full of those type of people. They might go to a unit where all the guards are trying to protect these guys so that way they don't get in trouble for one of them getting hurt. They might be at a unit where they go hard on trying to give people who do mess with these guys hate crimes. You might go in there with 5 years and come out with 50 years. Who knows? But that's the reality on those type of people in prison. Now, like I said, that's Texas at the time I was in there. You go to California, you're not getting under no radar over there. They're smashing and stabbing you. You're going to have a rough time in California. And I just feel like a lot of places should be the same, but for some reason they're not. Every prison's run different. Everybody's worried about different things. Everybody has a different set of guards, a different set of rules. So everything is different. But I always pray to God that may these people get exactly what they deserve. And that's the absolute worst. Now, if they go and they say their prayer and they actually truly ask for forgiveness from God, I'm nobody to say anything about that. I still personally don't like them. Even though God says we should forgive. I'm human. I can't forgive that. God may forgive them, and that's all good, right? You're the one that's got to stand before Him on the end days and tell Him why you did everything that you did. I just want our young ones to be protected. I want them to be like when I was growing up back in the day where we didn't have to worry about that. We could play outside all night till it got dark and the street lights came on. We could walk in stores, not worry about getting kidnapped. We could go play in the front yard and some male worker could kidnap you. We didn't have to deal with none of that. And I wish it could be like that again so these kids could actually grow up, enjoy life, and be safe. But we all know it's not always like that, and that's unfortunate. So I hope you liked the video. I hope you understood everything that I was saying. If you have any questions, just get down in the comments and ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer every single one of them. I'm gonna answer them. I'm not some big shot that has somebody else answer my messages. I answer them, every single one of them. And don't forget, guys, hit that like, hit the subscribe. I'm trying to reach my first 1,000 subscribers. I've been working at this really hard for a while now. And I can't do anything without y'all. It don't matter what kind of videos I make or how many I make. Without y'all, I can't do anything. So please subscribe. Let me know how you feel in the comments. Let me know any questions you have. And hit that notification bell so when a new video comes out, you'll be one of the first to know. And don't forget, now, I don't know if a lot of people know this, I got a gaming channel. It's called Walkthrough Gaming Guy. If you go look in the descriptions of my videos, it's in there. All you got to do is go look it up. The name pops up. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers on that too. That's only if you're into gaming. It's fun. Right now I'm doing Resident Evil Requiem, right? But whatever, guys, go show me some love. Let me know what you think. And until next time, like always, stay tuned.